What's up YouTube? It's Tucky Tuck coming back at you with another video, and I know it's been a long time since I posted, but I haven't been playing any of the other games that I used to. I've been on that Apex grind and I've been loving every single second of it for the past couple of weeks. But if you're anything like me, when you first started playing Apex Legends, maybe you're just starting out right now, you struggled to figure out which legend you wanted to main, which is really one of the most important details to figure out as you get into a game like this. Yes, gun skill is important. Yes, game sense is important, but all of that is going to come as you play. What isn't going to naturally come as you play is just knowing which legend you want to main and choosing which legend you want to main. So that's exactly why I'm making this video. I have a pretty good method that I think is going to work really well for you guys starting out on Apex Legends or trying to switch to a new legend because the one you've been playing you're getting tired of playing. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and hop into this method. So lots of people will tell you different things about which legend to choose based on different categories, different things that are happening, and the game actually comes with 4 preset categories that legends are put in, but I don't think these legends or these categories are sufficient for these legends. Mangoes and Trees, another YouTuber, made a video talking about legend categories and kind of reframing them, which was done much better than Apex has done, but still that wasn't exactly what I thought was most helpful for determining which agent you want to main. So I was thinking about agents. What makes agents so good? What are you using the most when you're playing an agent? What matters the most? And I would argue that the tactical ability of the legend matters more than anything else. Their passive is cool, it's helpful, it matters. The ultimate definitely matters, but you're getting it less often. The tactical is what you're going to be able to use in pretty much every single fight that you get into, and it's going to be able to determine the outcome of the fight if you're good and prepared and comfortable with your tactical ability. So what I've done is broken up characters into different categories based on strictly their tactical ability. So for example, Loba is a movement legend according to her tactical ability, but not according to anything else that she has at play. So these characters may look a little funky based on the category they're in, but this is strictly for their tactical. And once you figure out which category of tactical you want to be using, then you look at each of those characters' abilities at large and determine which one is best suited for your playstyle. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on screen a chart of the 5 different categories I've come up with. I'm going to put it up on the screen right now. And you're going to see in these 5 categories, there's info gathering, movement, shielding / team support, defensive setup, and damage dealing / assault. You can see what agent is in which category. I'm not going to read all of them off to you, but these are the 5 categories that I thought worked out well. Bangalore and Mirage are the only ones that are a little bit funky, that didn't really fit super well in either category. I put Bangalore because those smokes can be really helpful for the team in lots of different ways, and the Mirage just kind of didn't fit into anything, so I put them in movement because you can use the movement of the decoy to try and throw your enemies off. But those are the only 2 that are kind of iffy. I didn't want to make a new category just for a single legend, but other than that, all of them I think fit pretty well into their category. And some of these may overlap. So obviously there could be some team support that is helpful in the defensive setup, or with Watson there could be something of her kit that helps with team support. And I just realized I spelled Watson wrong, sorry. But yeah, so this is what we're looking at as far as the 5 categories: info gathering, movement, shielding, team support, defensive setup, damage dealing, and assault. And basically what you want to think about is which of these categories do I feel the most comfortable with, do I want to be using in a fight. So the info gathering characters are going to be really mostly you're using them to gather info before the fight, as you get into the fight, during the fight, to help your team out to know what's going on. The movement legends are ones with a lot of escapability, or you can move your way into a fight. You can do some things you wouldn't be able to do with other characters and be really fancy with your movement. Shielding in team support is obviously you're supporting your team, able to throw down a shield if you need to get a soft reset or anything like that. Defensive setup is you're the player who wants to be in the circle, in the final circle, holding down a building with your defensive setup, just going crazy, making sure no one can push you. And the damage dealing and assault are the actual characters whose tactical ability is used in the fight to deal damage and apply pressure, strictly for that damage dealing and pressure applying. So for me, just as an example of this, looking at each of these things, I like info gathering, I like movement, I like both of those things, but what I found the most success with was in damage dealing tactical abilities that as I'm fighting, I can use them to get the edge in the match. So knowing that that's my strong suit, that's what I feel most comfortable with just naturally without having to think too much, I have these characters to choose from: Valkyrie, Ashe, Mad Maggie, Revenant, and Fuse. And looking at each of these characters' kits, Valkyrie's kit is pretty good, but she just got nerfed. Mad Maggie, Ashe, Revenant, Fuse, they all have pretty decent kits, but what I found was I really like Ashe because she has some intel gathering with her passive, and she has some escapability with her ultimate. So I can make some plays with her ultimate that I wouldn't be able to make with other characters. But I also found that I really enjoy Revenant, as you can tell from the gameplay in the background. That, you know, Revenant is just a great character for me. I love the way his tactical works. He's probably my favorite tactical of the 5, one I'm most comfortable with of the 5. And I really love using his ultimate in fights. I feel like every time I use his ultimate, we end up winning the fight, which I guess is how it should be if you're good with the legend. So I've personally been maining Ashe and Revenant because of the damage dealing and assault category, and I like their kits the best. But what you're going to want to do to find your main, really simply, is think about which of these 5 categories you're most comfortable with and you most enjoy using as you play. And then as you determine which of those 5 categories, look at all of the characters in that category, think about their kit as a whole, and decide which 1 or 2 you think fits your playstyle and fits what you like to do the best, and then use that character, use their abilities, and see if you like them. And if it doesn't work out, try a different character. If it does work out, you found your new main. So I hope that makes sense for you guys. I hope you understand it. I didn't want to take too long with this video trying to explain everything about every character. You don't need that. If you want to see a tier list of the characters in your category, you can find a ton of videos on YouTube of people who know much more about each character than I do. I'm only about level 61. I'm decent at the game, but I don't know everything. This is just what I've come to determine as far as the character that I wanted to main, and how it suited me the most, and how I feel like it may help you to think through each of these different categories. But with all that being said, that's going to do it for me. I hope you enjoy the rest of this gameplay, whatever's on the screen right now, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed, and we'll definitely see some more Apex content in the future. Peace.
Above us. I'm pretty sure they're right above us.
Yep. Yeah, they are 100%.
Oh, they're both right now.
Both dead. We're getting shot from across.
Coming. I do too, I do.
Yeah, this is tough.
Recharging shields.
Cracked one.
Just shot it.
70 and alone.
Recharging my shield. Shut him up good.
I don't have any cover either, dude. This sucks.
I got close. I'm close.
I'm next to you.
Ashe is absolute. Ashe is absolute. I'm batting. I'm batting. I knocked the Ashe. The Ashe got knocked. What?
36.
Shut it, skin suit.
I don't know how they just sold that game.
Yeah,
They just sold. They just
I
sold
don't know what the
big
plan
time.
was. I don't know. Let's start hitting the shots on them. I think they were out of mid.
Yeah.
You are the Apex
Yeah,
champions.
you broke Vantage, so Ashe started focusing you, and as she did that, I just ran up on the rock.